Alex Pereira has just dropped a bombshell, refusing a rematch against Islam Makhachev and standing firm on his opinion. What's really going on behind the scenes? Is Pereira ducking or planning something bigger? Meanwhile, interim champ Tom Aspinall is FURIO, US fed up with waiting on Jon Jones and demanding answers. And just when we thought it couldn't get crazier, Jon Jones CLAPSB, a CK with a ruthless response that's lighting up social media. This is the UFC chaos, UNED to see to believe. Before we dive into today's INSANA UFC developments, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. This is your one source for everything UFC rumors, reactions, and raw emotion. And trust me, you do not want to miss what we've got today. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the UFC world is in absolute chaos right now. We're talking about a wild mix of championship betrayals, shocking refusals, emotional explosions, and downright disrespect on social media. Buckle up, because the light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions are both melting down in real time, and the drama is absolutely off the charts. Let's begin with the man who recently tasted defeat in the octagon, Alex Pereira. Yes, the same Alex Pereira who bulldozed his way to a light heavyweight title shot and made fans believe he was the future of the division. But now, he's stepping away from a rematch. That's right. After losing his belt to Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313 via unanimous decision, an outcome that many saw coming given Ankalaev's clinical, methodical fighting style, Pereira has apparently shut the door on an immediate rematch. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Just weeks ago, Pereira was all talk about refining his strategy, coming back smarter, stronger, and faster. There was real buzz about a potential trilogy, or at least a revenge tour. But now, according to multiple reports, he's eyeing a move up to the heavyweight division. That's right, HEAVYWEIGHT. This has completely flipped the script. What seemed like a surefire rematch in the works is now just smoke and ashes. And this decision is creating ripple effects through both divisions. Fans are divided. Analysts are scrambling. Some say Pereira is ducking Ankalaev's smothering style. Others argue it's a smart career move, looking to challenge himself in a bigger weight class where he can use his power and precision to his advantage. What's really going on here? But as the dust settles on the light heavyweight drama, things only get more heated literally over in the heavyweight scene. Let's talk about Tom Aspinall, the interim heavyweight champion who's been stuck in championship purgatory for over 500 days. That's not just frustrating. That's career stalling. That's potentially legacy ruining. Aspinall has made it crystal clear he's pissed. And honestly, who can blame him? The guy has done everything the UFC has asked of him. He's fought the tough fights, taken on top-tier opponents, claimed the interim title, and waited. And waited. And waited for a unification bout with none other than the elusive Jon Jones. But here's the kicker. Jones isn't exactly jumping at the opportunity. According to Aspinall, the holdup isn't logistics. It's money. That's right. He says Jones is demanding more cash and showing a general lack of interest in getting back in the cage anytime soon. Can you imagine being the top dog waiting to unify the belts, only to be stonewalled by financial red tape? And let's be honest, Aspinall isn't getting any younger. The fight game waits for no one. He's even floated the idea of taking on Cyril Gane if the Jones fight doesn't materialize. That's not ideal, but it's a potential plan B. And you know what? Fans might actually be more hyped for that than waiting another year for Jon Jones to make up his mind. But hold on, because it gets even better. Jon Jones isn't sitting quietly through this drama. Oh no. He's taken to social media, and he's not pulling any punches. Responding to Aspinall's comments, Jones straight up told him to, and I quote, "Shut your mouth and do as you're told." What? Let's unpack that. This is the reigning heavyweight champion of the world publicly trashing the interim champ, who's been patiently waiting for his shot. That's not just disrespectful, it's polarizing. Jones claims he's already communicated his plans with the UFC and throws shade at the organization for not releasing that info publicly. Meanwhile, UFC President Dana White insists that Jones will return sometime in 2025. But here's the thing, Jones's actions and cryptic messages suggest he's in no rush. Fans are beginning to speculate. Is Jones done? Is he ducking Aspinall? Is he holding out for a mega payday? Or is he just flexing his power, knowing the UFC can't afford to let him go? This entire situation feels like a high-stakes game of chicken. On one side, you have Aspinall, eager, sharp, and ready to fight. On the other, you have Jones, the living legend, who seems more interested in controlling the narrative than stepping into the cage.